This evening, let us savor an excerpt from Tza Paltrul Rinpoche's Heart Treasure of the Enlightened Ones. This is Lama Jigme Gyatso of the Buddha Joy Meditation School. Welcome to Meditate Like a Jedi, which is brought to you by the kind-hearted folks who help support this channel on Patreon. This evening, we could chant and meditate and enjoy a lesson or two, but first, if you love Star Wars and you wish to meditate as profoundly as Ahsoka Tano on Lothal, be sure to subscribe and ring that notification bell. Good news. If at any time during this evening's live stream you have a specific question about Buddhist meditation or Buddhist philosophy or how to apply them to your life, simply type your question in great detail in the chat window on the right-hand side of the screen. Let's chant. But since you were the friend and treat me insistently, I cannot refuse, I will speak out frankly. Unusual though it is in this decadent age, I offer you these words without treachery, so listen well. Sadly, we live in an age where truth is seldom treasured, and many people will lie, either on a lark as a way of entertaining themselves, maliciously to do another harm, or out of greed in hopes of benefiting oneself. Of course, that begs the question, how is one to know whether this teacher or these teachings are worthy of your reliance? And the answer is you can't know. You can't know by resume or references or credentials. The only way to know, to really know, is to put these teachings to the test. Practice these teachings for at least 5 minutes once every 12 hours for 7 consecutive days. At the end of the 7th day, you ask yourself whether or not you have grown in peace or whether you have grown in love. If you've grown in neither of those, it's time to find a better teacher. Welcome to tonight's practice text, originally composed by Tsultrim Zongpo. Its initial translation in English was supervised by the late Lama Zopa. The translation has been adapted and amplified by yours truly. I bow to the great compassionate one. I take refuge in the protected Shinryu, and for the sake of the 6th time, some other transgrade may great was generate bodhicitta. literally translated as mindset of enlightenment, but to teach in this context refers to an altruistic reason to practice. If you've just joined me, welcome aboard. If at any point during this evening's practice you have a specific question about Buddhist meditation or Buddhist philosophy or how to apply the two, simply type your question in great detail in the chat window on the right-hand side of the screen. Let's continue. Consider for a moment a photograph of the statue in the center of the screen. It could be described in Sanskrit as Avalokiteshvara, in Tibetan as Chain Re Zik. Sorry, they don't trill the R. Chain Re Zik. And in English, either as one who notices the Christ of the world or simply kind gaze. Now, the iconography of this yidam, or archetype of enlightenment, functions merely to organize the 8 figures of speech necessary for deeply transformative contemplations, rendering obsolete superstition and blind faith in real or imagined entities. Meditating on love, compassion, joy, and equanimity, may all beings of all worlds thusly invoke the archetype great compassionate one, Om Mani Padme Hum. What is the secret to transform a mindless mantra meditation into truly spiritually protective mantra meditation? The trick is twofold. Number one, during the in-breath, silently and mentally recite either a wisdom-inducing rhetorical question or a love-inducing intention. During the exhalation, physically relax into the verbal recitation as much as you can. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. One moment. As we relax into our exhalation, we could release what we noticed during our inhalation, as if they were as non-graspable as a vastum devoid, like the illusion of the infinite azure sky on a bright and beautiful cloudless morn, which, although tantalizing to the eye, could be non-graspable to the hand. And now we come to our first of 2 silent meditations. This mindfulness in meditation is known by many names, including Zen, Chan, Dhyana, Mahamudra, Hatha Yoga, Dzogchen, Trekcho, or Slice Through. Despite the grandiosity of the name of the technique, its execution is rather simple. Think of it in terms of 3 things: body, breath, and mind. Physically, our inhalation is shorter and sharper, and our exhalation is longer and softer. Physically, and I should have begun with this, just with your posture, do your best to emulate this photograph of a Buddhist statue. Legs comfortably stacked one upon the other, opening not from the knees but the hips, hands relaxed in the lap, shoulders neither all the way forward nor all the way back, and allowing a gentle Mona Lisa-like smile to play upon the corners of your mouth, the apples of your cheeks, and the crow's feet of your eye. Allow your head to pull upward from your pelvis, creating traction in your spine. During each inhalation, we silently and mentally recite the demonstrative pronoun this. Every time we inhale, whether we know it or not, we are accessing our sympathetic nervous system, which has evolved not to concentrate, but merely notice, and to do so vulnerably, passively, viscerally, and randomly. Every time we exhale, we are physically wired. Let me rephrase that. We are wired thanks to our parasympathetic nervous system to physically relax and mentally release. Whoops, let's fix that. So let's practice now for a few minutes. We relaxed during our out-breath, not to make bad things go away, nor to make good things stay. We relax simply to make peace with our present moment experience, and to also make peace with the spontaneous emotions that we naturally feel about our present moment experience. We practice meditation to take a break from the exhausting effort to live in constant resistance to the present moment. Welcome to this evening's meditation. If at any point during this practice you have a specific question about Buddhist meditation or Buddhist philosophy or how to apply them to your life, simply type your question in great detail in the chat window on the right-hand side of the screen, and you never have to ask permission to ask a question. Just ask. Let's chant. magically manifesting from relaxing into the sphere of emptiness. A cloud of mantra like infinite offerings appears, ceaselessly pervading the vast expanse of the whole universe. Now the screen probably went haywire, so I'm going to adjust it real quick. May all beings of all worlds thusly invoke the archetype, great compassionate one, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. While all phenomena are as now graspable as if they were a vast empty void, all places could look as not graspable as Lord Celestial Mansion of Light of the Pure Land of the Potala Mountain. May all beings of all worlds thusly invoke the archetype, great compassionate one, Om Mani Padme Hum. So let us lovingly wish that all beings' circumstances are as fortunate as a Buddha's real or imagined paradise. So boon is the word we use for fortunate, and vati is the word we use for paradise. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Let us contemplate how very odd it is that as we physically relax into the recitation of the mantra, every circumstance that we see could begin to feel as if it was as non-graspable as a real or imagined paradise comprised only of light, like something painted by Max Feld Parrish. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. As if in the center of kindest pure land I could feel as not graspable as Chenrezig, the compassionate archetype of light. What intrinsic? So what we're doing right now is exploring, as I warned you at the very beginning, we're going to explore the iconography of the archetype of enlightened compassion, because doing so supports the similes that we're going to play with. We've already played with two similes pertaining to circumstance. Let's continue. What in translucent and emitting 100,000 light rays. One quick moment, because this is an important detail. Let's make sure the display is still synchronized and continue. Adorned with the holy signs and exemplifications, with a peaceful and smiling expression and a dancing gait. May all beings of all worlds thusly invoke the archetype, great compassionate one, Om Mani Padme Hum. Let us lovingly wish. So, when we gaze at tantric art, be it statuary or painting, often a Buddha is depicted as enjoying fabulous health. Let us lovingly wish that all beings everywhere enjoy such good health. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. This face could be like the personification of the mastery of awareness and letting go. These eyes gazing with compassion, with eyelids slightly open. These hands soft and flexible or equal in number. To thee for immeasurable thoughts of compassion, love, joy, and balance. May all beings of all worlds thusly invoke the archetype. Great compassionate one, Om Mani Padme Hum. Okay, good. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. These inner two hands are bowing in the heart. This outer right hand holds a crystal rosary. This outer left hand holds a white lotus. May all beings of all worlds thusly invoke the archetype. Great compassionate one, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. This hair is dark as if blue, and bound in a top knot on the crown, with the rest hanging down and crowned adorned with a blazing jewel. May all beings of all worlds thusly invoke the archetype. Great compassionate one, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. This body is adorned with dove skirt, bell, shawl, scarf, and crown tie, and beautified with anklets, bracelets, nipple, triple necklace, armlets, earrings, and crown. The left half of the chest is covered by an antelope pelt of light. May all beings of all worlds thusly invoke the archetype. Great compassionate one, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. In each pore of our body there are infinite pure lands, each with a Buddha and the retinue of bodhisattvas. May all beings of all worlds thusly invoke the archetype. Great compassionate one, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. May all sounds uttered and generated by the animate and inanimate be blessed by the six audible mantra, liberating all those who see, touch, hear, or remember it. May all beings of all worlds thusly invoke the archetype. Great compassionate one, Om Mani Padme Hum. One moment. So, I think I made a mistake over here. Please allow me to correct that momentarily. Yes, I should have mentioned. As we exhale, as we physically relax as best we can into our mantra recitation, we can notice that despite the fact that all bodies could feel somewhat sensual during our inhalation, during our exhalation, they could feel as non-graspable as a Buddha's blissful body comprised only of light. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. All right, now back over here. Let us lovingly wish that each being's experience of the interpersonal is as loving as a Buddha's real or imagined mantra. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Quick reminder, if you've just joined us, welcome aboard. If at any point during the remainder of this live stream you have a specific question about Buddhist meditation or Buddhist philosophy or how to apply them to your life, simply type your question in great detail in the chat window on the right-hand side of the screen. Now let us consider how, despite how resounding communication could seem as we breathe in, once we physically relax into the recitation of the mantra, this exact same communication can now feel as if it was as non-graspable as a mantra comprised only of light. Om mani padme hum, om mani padme hum, om mani padme hum, om mani padme hum. We experience this non-graspability not through belief, not through logic, but by simply physically relaxing into our recitation of the mantra. What we're doing is we're taking the natural sensations of relaxation and using it as sort of as like a carrier wave, or as an ocean wave upon which a surfer might ride. In this case, the surfer is our realization that it's perfectly natural to let go. Let's continue. May hormones like Chenrei Ziggs love the 6 types. Take 2. May hormones like Chenrei Ziggs love the 6 types of mother transmigrators as if they were our children, while resting in the experience of emptiness, the union of love and letting go. May all beings of all worlds I see invoke the archetype, great compassion of one Omane Padme Hum. So, love doesn't mean always bliss all the time. Sometimes love is not an emotion. Sometimes love is just an intention. Intention that says, see that guy who's pissing me off? Even though he's pissing me off, I want him, I choose to and will that person be healthy and happy and have every good thing. We're not lying to ourselves and saying, ooh, I feel that. No, feelings come and go. But intention is different. Emotion is different from volition. And that's what we're working with now. Let us lovingly wish that all minds of all beings enjoy the wisdom of a real or imagined Buddha. Om mani padme hum, om mani padme hum, om mani padme hum, om mani padme hum. I sit on a white lotus and full moon sea with these feet in the Vajra posture, pervading all directions by the illumination of this pure light. May all beings of all worlds I see invoke the archetype, great compassion of one Om Mani Padme Hum. As we physically relax into the verbal recitation of these mantras, our minds and the minds of all beings everywhere could begin to feel as if they were as non-graspable as a rainbow. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Let's make sure that the display is still synchronized. We now prepare to pray. Oh, let's continue. Out of the 3 places of forehead, throat, and sternum, there could be a white hum, red eye, and blue hum, radiant and translucent. May all beings of all worlds I see invoke the archetype, great compassion and one Om Mani Padme Hum. Let us explore. As we physically relax into the verbal recitation of this mantra, let us consider how all forms or bodies of all beings could feel as non-graspable as a rainbow. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. From the vitality of this clear mind may light emit, May wisdom beings descend like rainfall and absorb with the mudra of Samaya, inseparable Zahum Bam Ho. Let's try this again. May wisdom beings descend like rainfall and absorb with the mudra of Samaya, inseparable Zahum Bam Ho. We're gesturing like we're at a Ronnie James Dio concert, huh? May all beings of all worlds thusly invoke the archetype, great compassion of one Omani Padme Hum. Omani Padme Hum, Omani Padme Hum, Omani Padme Hum, Omani Padme Hum. May light radiate again, inviting the empowering archetypes to the body mandalas of all pores. Thus empowered, may defilements be purified and accomplishments achieved. What do we mean by accomplishments? The four traditional accomplishments would be that of pacifying suffering, increasing blessing, controlling, which is kind of like the Jedi mind trick, and exorcism, which, all of these could be taken literally or metaphorically. May this head be adorned with glorified limitless light, Amitabha Buddha, reminiscent of our blissful devotion to our teachers, examples, instructions, and students. May all beings of all worlds thusly invoke the archetype, great compassionate one, Omani Padme Hum. Omani Padme Hum, Omani Padme Hum, Omani Padme Hum, Omani Padme Hum. You love all 6 types of transmigrators. You love all 6 types of transmigrators as your children. To you, protector, 10 raising eyebrow. May all beings of all worlds thusly invoke the archetype, great compassionate one, Omani Padme Hum. Omani Padme Hum, Omani Padme Hum, Omani Padme Hum, Omani Padme Hum. I offer oceans of clouds of the ultimate offerings of mindfulness, metta, and meditation. May all beings of all worlds thusly invoke the archetype, great compassionate one, Omani Padme Hum. Omani Padme Hum, Omani Padme Hum, Omani Padme Hum, Omani Padme Hum. You are enriched with sublime method and wisdom, and inconceivable qualities of magnificent wisdom. I respectfully praise the archetype one who gazes with great compassion. May all beings of all worlds thusly invoke the archetype, great compassionate one, Omani Padme Hum. Omani Padme Hum, Omani Padme Hum, Omani Padme Hum, Omani Padme Hum. If at this heart... Okay, there we go. Okay. If at this heart on a 6-petaled white lotus was a seed mantra at its center, it could be reminiscent of bliss and letting go. These petals could be adorned with the 6 syllables. This mantra could be spontaneously resounding and emanating blessing rays. May all beings of all worlds thusly invoke the archetype, great compassionate one, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani, we're real quick here. Let's make sure the display is still synchronized. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. As we chant the six-syllable mantra, may raise from the syllable. Okay, let's do a quick edit. As we chant the six-syllable mantra, may raise from the syllable Asranta Rosary. Make offerings of our practice of awareness, love, and letting go to the exalted beings. In response, may all the Buddhas, real or imagined, lavish us with blessing rays that absorb into us. May all beings of all worlds thusly invoke the archetype, great compassionate one, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. May white and bliss the Deva realms, purify the mental continuum of pride in the suffering of falling as if from a great height. May the ultimate meaning, the transcendental wisdom of equality be actualized by all. May all beings of all worlds thusly invoke the archetype, great compassionate one, Om Mani Padme Hum. So this question is rhetorical. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. May Green Ma bless the Asura realm, purifying the jealous mindset and the sufferings of fighting and quarreling. So the Asura realm, or the realm of jealous demigods, is metaphoric. May the ultimate meaning, the transcendental wisdom of accomplishing, be actualized by all. May all beings of all worlds thusly invoke the archetype, great compassionate one, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. May Yeluni bless the human realm, purifying the mental continuum of fear and the suffering of working hard yet staying poor. May the ultimate meaning, the spontaneously arising transcendental wisdom be actualized by all. May all beings of all worlds thusly invoke the archetype, great compassionate one, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. May Blue Pod bless the realm of the animals, purify them. Let's just put this right here. Real quick, like, let's just put this here. Copy. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, four. 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 Okay. Let's make sure the display is still synchronized. May Blue Bob bless the metaphoric realm of the animals. Purify the mental continuum of confusion and the suffering of foolish befuddlement. May the ultimate meaning, the transcendental wisdom of the sphere of Dharma be actualized by all. Oh, I see the error. This should be... There we go. May all beings of all worlds thusly invoke the archetype, great compassionate one, O Mane Padme Hum. O Mane Padme Hum, O Mane Padme Hum, O Mane Padme Hum, O Mane Padme Hum. May red may bless the realm of the metaphoric praetors, purify the mental continuum of craving and the sufferings of hunger and thirst. May the ultimate meaning, the discerning transcendental wisdom be actualized by all. May all beings of all worlds thusly invoke the archetype, great compassionate one, O Mane Padme Hum. O Mane Padme Hum, O Mane Padme Hum, O Mane Padme Hum, O Mane Padme Hum. May Black Hum bless the metaphoric realm of the hells, purifying the mental continuum of hatred and the sufferings of heat and cold. May the ultimate meaning, the mirror-like transcendental wisdom be actualized by all. May all beings of all worlds thusly invoke the archetype, great compassionate one, O Mane Padme Hum. O Mane Padme Hum, O Mane Padme Hum, O Mane Padme Hum, O Mane Padme Hum. The appearances of the forms of the three worlds of desire, form and formless, or as non-graspable as he who gazes with eyes of compassion. All sound that resonates is as non-graspable as the murmur of self-resounding mantra. In the clear light that is the awareness and release of perception, emotion, intention, concepts, recollection, and imagination. May all beings of all worlds thusly invoke the archetype, great compassionate one, O Mane Padme Hum. O Mane Padme Hum, O Mane Padme Hum, O Mane Padme Hum, O Mane Padme Hum. O protector of the snowy land who gazes with eyes of compassion, I request, please, with compassion, pay attention to your child and bless my mental continuum. May all beings of all worlds thusly invoke the archetype, great compassionate one, O Mane Padme Hum. O Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. It is as if all appearance, sensation, and sound absorbs into the sphere of clear light whose foundation is emptiness. The path is of neither hating nor craving, but merely gazing and relaxing as if at the face of chin raising. May all beings of all worlds thusly invoke the archetype, great compassionate one, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. All right, as we breathe in, let us silently and mentally recite the sensory verb feel. As we exhale, let us silently and mentally recite the hyphenated verb relaxing. From space like emptiness pervaded by sky again, instantly arises all body as non-graspable as Chen racing. Engaging in the work of blessing beings with loving kindness, compassion, and wisdom. May all beings of all worlds thusly invoke the archetype, great compassionate one, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Due to the force of virtue collected in the 3 times, including this recitation meditation, may I completely liberate the 6 type realms of migrating mothers from the abyss of controlling samsara. May all beings of all worlds thusly invoke the archetype, great compassionate one, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Whenever the appearance of this life passes, may all be born in the western field of great bliss and quickly achieve the state of enlightenment. May all beings of all worlds thusly invoke the archetype, great compassionate one, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. By the blessing of He who is the ambassador of refuge in the 3 rare sublime ones, the protector who gazes upon all with compassion. May all the directions and times be auspicious and have happiness and goodness. May all beings of all worlds thusly invoke the archetype, great compassionate one, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. If you feel that I have earned it, you could type something in the comment area. You could give this live stream a thumbs up. You could share it with a friend. You could even help support it on Patreon. Either way, in approximately 10.5 hours, I very much intend to return to lead tomorrow's early morning meditation. Until then, may you and yours be happy and healthy. And if you are as geeky as me, this is the way.